Hey guys, this is Goku, and on this channel we talk about poker and ideas that can improve your life. So if you're interested in that, please go ahead and click the subscribe button because I'll be honored to have you here. In this video, I'm going to show you the differences between online poker and live poker, and I'll give you a few tips that are very useful when you're playing live poker for the first time. So let's get right into it. Let's start with some important differences between online and live poker. First thing that comes to mind is the speed of play. When you're playing online poker, you can play about 100 hands per hour per every table. So if you're playing 10 tables, you're seeing 1,000 hands per hour. Whilst in a casino, when you're playing live, you'll be lucky to see about 40 hands per hour. Another big difference is that online you can just use Poker Tracker or Hold'em Manager and it'll show you all the stats you want to see next to every player, but in live poker you have to observe everything and make mental notes. You have to pay attention at all times, especially when you're not in a hand, because you still want to have all that information. You simply need to do all the work that your HUD does for you online yourself. And that's not easy at the beginning, when you're only used to playing online, but it certainly gets easier with time spent at your local casino. One big advantage you'll get from playing live is that you'll improve your math skills, because you have to calculate the pot and how much you're gonna bet. You won't see a number next to your opponent's stacks, so you'll have to be able to roughly estimate it just by looking at it, or simply ask your opponents. You also have to be aware of the size of your stack. Live games are also much easier than online. A lot of pots go multi-way, there's much more limping, and certainly lots of casual players, especially at small stakes tables. Bet sizing is also different, especially in cash games pre-flop. You might see players opening for 5 or 6 big blinds and 3-betting 4 or 5x. But the biggest difference between online and live poker is that you can simply see the players and spot physical tells, and this one thing alone can bring you a lot of money at live poker tables. Another thing you should know is that a $1, $2 live game will usually have about the same skill level as an online game of 10 and 25 cents. Of course, it differs between casinos, but usually when you're comparing live and online stakes, the online games will have the skill ceiling about 10 times higher. So if you're a winning player online at 50 cents $1, you shouldn't be afraid to sit at a $5, $10 game at your local casino. So let's finish this up with a couple of tips that are extremely valuable when you're first playing live poker. You should have some kind of a card protector or simply protect your cards putting a chip on them. You should always cover your cards when you're checking them so that nobody but you can see them. If you put one chip in the pot, it always means a call. So if you want to raise with the one big denomination chip, you have to say raise before you put it in, because otherwise it will just be a call. You have to pay attention to act only when it is your turn. The dealer will look at you or signal you when the action is on you. Keep your large denomination chips in front of your stack so that other players can see how big your stack really is. It's best that you stack your chips in a way you can quickly know how much you have in your stack just by glancing at it. Pay attention to everything that's happening at all times. Sometimes it's just enough to spot a single little thing, like a tell when your opponent is bluffing, and you can later make a lot of money on it. And remember, live poker is awesome, so have a lot of fun at the tables. Okay, great. Let's sum up what you've learned. Online you're playing many more hands per hour and you can play multiple tables at the same time. You can use a HUD that tells you all the stats you need. You see exactly how much money everyone's got at the table and how big the pot or the bets are at all times. Live poker can be much more exciting and fun. You get to interact with other players, you can spot tells, improve your math skills, and it's easier to win because there's not so many pros playing, especially at low stakes. You know to use a card protector, to check your cards carefully, not to let others players see them, to stack your chips in a way that lets you count them with ease, to keep your big chips in front of your stack, to pay attention to the action so that you don't act out of your turn, and that putting one chip in always means a call, so that if you want to raise with just one big chip, you need to say raise, otherwise it will just be a call. Some players only play live, some only play online. Most of the pros play both live and online. I personally love playing live, and I wish I lived someplace I could do that on a regular basis, but unfortunately the law in Poland is just really bad when it comes to poker at the moment. I'm really hoping it'll change soon, but it might take years for those retards to figure out that poker is a game of skill. What do you prefer, guys? Playing live or playing online? Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, please go ahead and post them below and I'll be sure to answer them as best as I can. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to watch more videos like this in the future. You want to learn how to play poker? Great. You have little or no experience playing poker? No problem. Do you want to learn the fundamentals, the most basic principles that allow you to easily win money when playing with casual players? That's perfect, because this Udemy course was created specifically for people like you. My name is Mateusz, I've played over 3 million hands of No Limit Texas Hold'em, and I would like to teach you how to play poker like a pro. What you will learn in this course are the fundamentals, the ABC of poker, condensed into 21 short and easily digestible lectures, which altogether take just under 2.5 hours to watch. In each lecture, you will learn a different concept which you can test out and practice immediately after watching. And that's really the best way of taking this course. As with all skills in life, you cannot become a pro unless you spend some hours practicing the craft. So you're gonna have to practice and play some poker for at least 30 minutes after each and every lesson. If you do that, I have no doubt that you will become a winning poker player in less than 2 weeks. Well, do you want to become a good poker player? Do you want to be able to beat recreational players easily? Do you want to have a great time winning at your local home games? Great! Get this course now and start winning at poker.